Welcome to my new video of setting up a map, including room divides, room names, custom cleaning, no-go lines, floor type. It's a bit of a long one, but it shows you everything you need to know to successfully set up your new map. So this map is quite old. It's quite large and has multiple rooms, but some of the rooms have bled into each other, which I want to get sorted out. And also through the window, it started creating other areas or other rooms, so I just want to remove those. You can see those on the left there. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go into the map settings and delete the old map. So you press these three dots here to go to settings, press map settings, then you're going to scroll down to the map and select it, and then press delete. Then we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and press the plus button to add a new map. So once you go to add a new map, you can either do a full clean, which is going to take ages to create this map, or you can just do quick mapping, where the robot just looks around each room to build the map as quickly as possible, so then you can edit it and set it up however you want. So that's what we're going to do today. Because I've got an S7 Max fee, I can activate remote viewing. So while it's building this map, we're going to be watching it actually drive around, just so you can see what it's doing. So straight away you can see the map being built at the bottom of the screen as the robot travels out into the room, and it will continue to do this as it finds each room, and it will just keep adding them to the map, and then it will return all the way to the dock and save the map. So it actually takes about 15 to 20 minutes for the robot to make this whole map, but for the video purpose I'm going to double the speed of the video. So you can watch if you want, or you can fast forward for about 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back. It did get a little bit hung up on one of the rugs, which I would have thought it would have avoided that, but it slowed it down a bit. But it's returned back to the dock and is now saving the map. Straight after that, it automatically separates some of the rooms, but it hasn't quite done it right, so we're going to go into the settings and sort that out properly. So the small blue and green section should be part of the red, so we're going to sort that out, and then everything else doesn't look too bad, apart from all the way at the end of this blue here. We need to separate that into a separate room as well. So the first thing we need to do is to press the map settings button, which is the one here, followed by edit room. And then we're basically going to undo what it's already done and merge the rooms back into one, so then we can reset where we want the divide. So first of all, we're going to select the 3 rooms, so the yellow, the green and the blue at the top here, and then we're going to press merge, and that should turn that back into one room. The map updates and turns those 3 into one, but I do have a little area that I want to tag onto the red room. So now I select divide and then tap on the map, and it gives you a dotted line, which means you can't divide it there. It needs to be a solid red line. So all we do is move the line around, move the dots, get it lined up. See, it's a carpeted area, which is the same as the red, so just put it across the door there and confirm, and it separates that room. And then I'm going to do the same on the right hand side to separate the corridor, basically, as there's a doorway now where the yellow part starts, and there's going to be a doorway to the right where I put this line. So that's now separated the 2 tiled rooms as separate rooms. Next, I just need to add the small corridor onto the main room. So the space that I missed now has become its own little room. So we're going to do merge again. So I'm going to select the 2 orange rooms and the red room, if it is red. 1, 2, 3, and then click merge, and that will turn that into one room. That's my carpeted area for the reception. So there we have 3 separate rooms now. Now where it's put the automatic divide before the blue room is slightly out, so I'm going to adjust that. So first of all, get the red room and the blue room and merge them together. And then separate them and choose where the line is supposed to go. Now, because it's a big room, for some reason it thinks you want to split it smack bang down the middle and give you a really big line, so you have to zoom out, resize the line. A little bit tricky to sort of gauge where the line is, but you can get used to it. So cut it across where the divide is, as per usual. It's got to be between 2 walls, and the line has gone solid red, so it will work. Try and get it straight. Just going to resize it slightly to fit. Move it over. There, it's got it, and then divide. So that's given me a nice straight line there. So that's 3 rooms all sorted. Okay, so the next blue room is absolutely fine. But I do want to chop off the end room because that is a wooden floor. So same again, we press divide, we tap on the map. Oh, it's done it again. Resize that spin it round and move it to where we want it, and then always use 2 fingers to zoom into the map to see what you're doing. Use the red circles and move the points, and try and get it nice and straight. And divide. For some reason my app crashed at that point, so I reopened it, and luckily it had remembered it. But normally you would just press save and exit the map, job done. It kind of did it for me automatically. So as I reopen the app, you can now see that the top rooms are still divided, 1, 2, 3, and then I've got a large blue room, and then down the bottom I've now got my wooden floor room, all separated. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now it's time to add some no-go zones, lines, invisible walls. Basically, invisible wall is a straight line and no-go zone is a box. You can make boxes with the straight lines, so they're pretty much the same thing. Go into map settings with this button again, and then this time we're going to press no-go. So the first thing I'm going to add is an invisible wall, no-go line. Basically, because there's a front door that is open a lot of the time, just in case the robot is running, I need to put a line across there to stop it from escaping and rolling down the road. So we press invisible wall, we rotate it round, resize it by dragging it, and then just move it to where we need it. Now the front door area hasn't actually been mapped, but I know exactly where it is from the outside wall there, so I'm just going to place it in between. There is a maximum size you can do, which is that big. I don't need it like that, so I'm just going to skim it back down to where the door is once I've got a nice straight line, and that will stop the robot from crossing and leaving me. So the next time I run a clean in that area and that door is open, it will map that small little black area, which I can then merge into the red room. But the line there will automatically stop it from escaping. So I have a round, like rough woven wool rug, and the vacuum just kind of pulls it to pieces, like fibres just come out of it. So I need to try and make a circle to keep the robot off this rug. You can't make a circle in the app, so a hexagon or something like that will have to do. So I'm going to start with 2 little straight lines, top and bottom. I can see on the mapping that you can just see the carpeted area, and that's just beyond some dining chairs. So you can see the back legs on the dining chairs as those little dots together. The table legs are the ones in the centre. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it out to where I think the edge of the rug is. If I'm wrong, I can change this at a later date, but it will show me on my cleans that I run whether it was on a hard floor or on a carpet. So if the robot ends up going on a carpet, I can just make this slightly bigger, or I can tone it in and get the robot really close to the rug, but I'll have to run a clean to work that one out. So after you've done the 4 sides, then you just fill in the gaps, and that's a complete shape then that the robot will not enter. So just give it a quick check, make sure everything's in place. So that's my rug sorted. And my front door to stop him from escaping. So click the tick and that saves it. Takes you back to the main map page. It's something like the home map page, sorry. And after a few seconds, you'll see that the no-go lines or zones or invisible walls, whatever you want to call them, they appear. So 3, 2, 1, boom, there they are. So that's all sorted. Job done. So now I've got 5 rooms with no-go sorted. Let's give those rooms a name. So you press the edit map button again from the main screen. And then this time you press edit room and then press name. So then when you tap on one of the rooms that you've just created, it comes up with a short list of what you want with a little icon. Now if you select one of those and then select the text box, you can rename the room. So that sofa icon is now reception. And I press the other one, but that's a toilet, so I'll select bathroom. But I don't want to call it bathroom, but we'll put a picture of a toilet there and then rename it to ladies' toilets. And then go to the next room, which is the men's toilets. So I'll select bathroom and then rename it to men's toilets and press OK. Same for the next room, press bathroom, rename it men's toilets. And press OK. And then we scroll down to the large room, select that one. It's got the sofa icon, that's fine. But it's known as the front showroom. And then finally the room at the bottom. Press it, name comes up, rename. And that's going to be called the fabric room. Okay, so that's all the rooms now named. If we just press the arrow back out, it will save the map. That's another one done. So the next thing I'm going to do is room sequence. Now not everybody has this option in their app. So again, from the map settings button, and then press sequence. This basically decides what order you would like the rooms to be cleaned if you were doing a whole clean, or if you'd selected more than one room, then it doesn't matter which order you'd selected them in, it will go by the room number order. So I've selected manual order, and then all you do is touch each room in order and it gives it a number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the order that it will clean in. Exit that to save it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to select how I want to clean in each of these rooms. So from the main page, I'm going to press this icon and select custom clean. So once you select that and you press edit, then you can tap each room and choose how you want to clean that room, whether it be mop only, vac only, vac and mop. So in this room I want to vac and mop, but I want to set the scrub intensity and the vacuum power accordingly. This room's quite a high traffic one and it's carpet only, so vacuum, and I'm going to turn the power up. This is quite a large room
with low traffic. So I'm going to turn vacuum only, but I'm going to turn the power down because I'd like it to be able to clean a larger room without wasting so much battery. And then the end room, which is a wooden floor, will be vacuum mop, but I don't want it too wet, so I'm going to turn the intensity down slightly, and the vacuum can be unbalanced. Exit out of it and it saves it. Okay, so one thing we didn't do was look at the floor types. So if we go back to the map edit button, which is this one, and then this time we're going to choose edit surface and then floor type. And just with all the other screens, you select what room you want and then you set it how you want it. Now you can rotate the floorboards. This makes the robot travel the opposite way, so as it goes down the long board rather than across them. So you can spin these around to get these correct. On this occasion, it has mapped it correctly. And then I go up to the toilets, which are tiled. Just to make sure those are correct. And press the tick to confirm and exit back out. So now our map is pretty much done. It's time to give it a name. So if we press the map edit button again, and then we select map name. Text box opens, press it, delete what's already there first, and then type in your name of the map, followed by OK. Now the only thing I would do from that point then is go back to the map settings. And because we've finished with our map, we want to create a backup of the map. So go down to the one we just found and press backup. And that's stored it how we wanted it. So if we ever need to revert back on a map, i.e. if the robot changed something from a clean and it was wrong, we can just press restore and it will come back. So you'll notice that on the map, the robot has now placed where the dock is. And if we tap on that, it opens the dock settings. Mine is an auto empty and it's set to smart. So that will dictate how long it empties for. And then we just check on the map, it's got a couple of obstacles that it had taken a photo of. But that only works with the S7 Max V. It just shows you an area that it's avoiding from getting trapped, which makes sense, so I'll leave those on there. So now let's see what else we can look at on the map. If you press the cube item, it shows you how do you want to view your map. Standard it's 2D, but we can change that to 3D, which shows you high walls and obstacles. But it is a little bit hard to zoom in and move around the map to see clearly. So I don't generally use it, but it does look really good. It just shows you how powerful this unit is. But I use 2D just because you can see a nice area altogether. You can also rotate your map from this screen. So just so it's the same as mine, I'll be doing that. And you can also choose what you want to display on there. So if you take floor type off, for instance, it doesn't show you the tiles on the map. You can get rid of obstacles. So we'll leave that just like that. And then we'll just spin it around 90 degrees by pressing the button below. And again, so it's a full 180. Now that map is exactly how my old one was, but all done, ready to go. So that's my brand new map sorted. Shouldn't have to do that for a while. It's all fresh and everything should work perfectly. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. And sorry it's been a bit of a long one, but I thought I'd go through all the options on a map just so you can feel comfortable doing it yourself. There's a lot of things you can do, but once you get into it, it's quite easy really.